Is Sean Strickland's UFC career over now? Sean Strickland just got officially suspended by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Let's look into the whole case and why it could be so severe for Sean Strickland's career in this video. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alright you guys, you maybe have heard it before. Let's look into it. Here's the official video where Sean Strickland, where the whole suspension thing comes from, right? So
Here's the thing, you guys.
this guy here in the red corner, he is a teammate of Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland was in his corner in this fight. He cornered him, coached him, whatever. This guy is the opponent of him, and he's taunting Sean Strickland and Chris Curtis, the other UFC fighter, who are in the corner. He's looking towards them and taunting them, and now let's see what happens.
Hernandez, I think, just stuck his tongue out to Sean Strickland, so I saw Sean smirk.
Chokes him out, nice little guillotine. Now he goes to them, gives them the middle fingers, right? Screams at them, tells them whatever that should mean. And now they storm in the cage in a second. Sean Strickland here, and looks jacked like crazy by the way, and Chris Curtis, who looks like a technical engineer of Apple. And you'll see him walk pretty weird because he has flip-flops on. He tries to throw them off while walking if you wonder why he walks so weird. And you see Chris Curtis, he doesn't try to hit him. Chris Curtis just tries to like hold him and confront him for it. But Strickland, get this face. Strickland is like, I never throw right hands in my fights, but I'm gonna throw right hands right now. Look at that. Here, first punch thrown, missed, I would say. Another one, three, at least 3 to 4 punches, I would say, were thrown. It wasn't cut open or anything, luckily for Strickland. Curtis just grabs him and tells him, this, like, Curtis definitely does the right thing, right? He doesn't physically attack him, which is why Chris Curtis, as far as I know, doesn't face any suspension or anything. And that's the whole incident, right? There's nothing really more there. But yeah, referee Mark Smith. And here is the article. Former UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland has been suspended from competition after getting into an altercation with another event. Blah, blah, blah. The Nevada has suspended Strickland 34 indefinitely for his role in the accident. It is common practice for the commission to suspend a licensed athlete or cornerman until issuing an official punishment at a disciplinary hearing. So he is already suspended, so he can already not compete anymore. But the verdict, how long he will be suspended, is not official yet. So that could make it even longer, right? I am not 100% sure if, let's say he gets suspended for half a year, if that is then from the date of the incident, which will be June 29th, right? Or if it is from when the verdict is spoken. Let's say they have the verdict in September. Is it gonna be 6 months from September then? Which would be much worse, obviously, right? I'm not really sure about that, but let's look at another case where something similar happened and what the consequences were. Denis Bizukia, who is a UFC, is he a lightweight, featherweight? I'm not even sure, to be honest, but he's from Serra Longo, from the team where Merab and Sterling came from, right? I think he also trains at Syndicate MMA now, just like Merab and Sterling. And he, if you remember, got into an altercation together with Merab, with someone from Umar's team, or a friend of their team, right? He wasn't fighting, it was outside of his fight, but he was the one that punched the fan. He was officially declared a fan, even though he's kind of, yeah, from the camp of Umar and those guys. And he punched a fan in the audience as he himself was not fighting. He was also a corner, I believe. And he faces a 9-month suspension together with a 2.5K fine, whatever. He can reduce the 9-month suspension to 6 months if he completes approved community service. They mostly do that. Also, like, they mostly offer that. Fighters barely ever do it, but Khabib also got offered that when he attacked Conor or Dylan Dennis after the Conor fight. He said he doesn't want to do it. He had to do an anti-bullying program or something. I was like, brother, no, I'm not gonna do this, brother. And yeah, I don't think he did it either, but he's suspended now until September. Now, it's not really clear to me still from when the suspension goes, because this was written in February. So February to September is not 9 months. That will be October, right? 2 plus, that will be November. 2 plus 9, 11. But it's also not from the incident, because the incident was in December December plus 9 months, you know what I mean? It doesn't really make sense because UFC 310 was, I don't know, beginning of December or something, and this is beginning of September that he's September 6th. So it's kind of like 10 months nearly. So it's not really sure to me from when this applies, right? But as you see, you can get quite a suspension for that. And I am afraid that Sean Strickland could be suspended even longer because Bizukia punched a fan. I could see that the commission goes harsher on you when you as a corner man punch a fighter that is involved in the competition. I could see that they might target that harder or punish that harder because, yeah, as a cornerman, if a fan talks shit to you, in my opinion, it's less bad than a fighter who is there to compete, who just competed, who defeated your guy, and you come in and try to assault him, especially 2-on-1, all of that. I could see that they might give him a bigger suspension, especially since they don't like him either. And yeah, and what you have to see, you might say, but yeah, that's just Nevada. What's the problem? Nevada is like the godfather of the commissions in a way. Most commissions in the USA always follow whatever Nevada does. So if Nevada blocks Strickland from competing, most definitely all other, maybe there's a Florida commission or a Texas commission that is maybe somehow off. Texas and Florida are two states that sometimes do their own thing, but mostly all commissions follow, which would mean he could not compete anywhere in the USA, right? Which would make him, like, he would need to compete somewhere else than in a different country. And Sean Strickland famously does not want that. He does not want to compete in other countries anymore. He was in Australia and in Canada. He hated it both times. Of course, they could probably make him fight there again, but I'm sure he does not want that. He said it several times that he doesn't want to fight outside of the US again. And you have to see, Sean Strickland is, how old is he? 34 years old, turned 34 in February. If the suspension really is from the date of the court hearing or the commission hearing, whatever this is, let's say August. Now it's 25th of July. In August, that will mean, as you probably saw, I'm not good at math, but I would say he will not fight anymore this year, next year. So he's turning 35 at the beginning of next year. And of course, he's not 40 or something. Of course, his career is not completely over, but this could have significant impact because his last fight was in February, right? That he lost in a brutal loss. He got his nose broken and beat up. That would be 1 year between fights at this age is not going to help you. It's not going to help you come back better or whatever. And yeah, your competition is just mostly younger, fresher, and active, which is a very bad thing for Sean Strickland at the end of the day. Of course, it's not a career ender. It does not mean that Sean Strickland, I don't know, should retire now. But it is definitely quite the punishment. Just imagine leaving him like 1 year. That would be crazy. Don't forget, Nick Diaz got lifetime ban and it was reduced to 5 years because of freaking marijuana. I could see that they are pretty harsh on punching a active competing athlete that competed that night. I could see them going pretty harsh on that. So yeah, I'm sure Sean Strickland will regret this in the long run because it's definitely not going to help him. But luckily enough for him, he's set for life. He has millions in the bank. And when he competes again, whenever it is, he will earn a pretty nice paycheck again for that fight, right? But this was all the information needed about the whole Sean Strickland incident, the whole case, the whole suspension thing, whatever. Write your opinion in the comments, you guys. Do you think his career is over? Do you think should have punched him harder just to at least get something out of it? Write in the comments. Like this video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Would appreciate that. Check out all the links in the bio, the Twitch streams, all the good stuff. Stay bloody, you guys. Until the next one. Bye-bye. Bloodsport out.